Man. That's just the way. It's an epic way to enter a room.
Are we live, Bill?
Are we live?
We are live on Twitch. Not that wrestling show.
We did that wrestling show.
We did
Now
that
it's
wrestling show. This is that movie show, Dilly Dilly, with Mike Wendt, Liam Stryker.
What up, baby?
And we are covering the 2008, I would say classic at this point.
It is a classic.
Even though it's only 10 years old, it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's an instant classic.
Instant classic.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Not The Dark Knight Rises.
No.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. It was released on July 18th, 2008, directed by Christopher Nolan. It ran in at a budget of $185 million and made a box office of $1.005 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money.
That's a buck or two.
A buck or two.
It was the first comic book movie to reach $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. First comic book movie to reach $1 billion.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's also, for those of you listening right now, before February 8th, which I'm guessing you are, because this is what day? Oh, it's only the 30th of January.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
It's been a day.
Don't give me shit. It's been a day. It's going to be coming back to theaters Thursday, February 8th, and Sunday, February 11th. It's going to be in Showcase Cinemas Thursday night and then Sunday afternoon, February 11th. I believe I'm going to the February 11th 1 p.m. showing in Revere.
Ooh!
Anybody wants to join? By all means, join because they got a little bar there that underserves you.
That underserves you.
Yeah,
I'm
not a fan.
Yeah, that's lame.
I'm really not a fan of the
But
bar.
a half a shot in the drink?
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
For $9.
So let's
Yeah,
let's also just take a moment to acknowledge that the last time we tried to do this show, Bill wasn't here.
No.
And it was a nightmare factory.
It was a fucking horror show.
And so Bill,
If you follow our Facebook, which you absolutely should, at facebook.com/thatmovieshowtv, you will realize that the Demolition Man is just audio only. Why? Because super producer Bill Neville was not here. He decided to, on his second week on the job, he decided to take a week off.
I thought I had paid leave already.
yeah, right. Yeah, he had so many days vacation.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
I
how
didn't even have to accrue it. I could just use it.
That's how terrible we are. He accrues that much paid leave
Yeah.
in 1 week of doing a job.
I know.
I think you're awesome.
How was what did you go
Tonight
see?
Show, right?
Yeah, I went to go to see Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And if you
Was it?
and if you check out Late Night
Was it?
Liam, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
it was an absolute blast.
I don't like him.
You don't like Jimmy?
Not
Fallon?
even a little bit.
I appreciated the
Never
behind the
have,
scenes
never will.
elements.
Is it because he looks at the camera and laughs?
No, it's actually because of his gushing over every guest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's the every guest that shows up. It doesn't matter who it is, how terrible the person is.
That's his job, though.
yeah. He
It's
just
not his
loves
job.
Just to
them.
kiss ass.
Have you seen Letterman?
Well, yeah.
There
But
you
Letterman's
go.
a different.
Okay.
Well, Letterman's
Oh,
a different
like-
style.
But yeah, fuck him. No. Jimmy Fallon is a pile of garbage. I don't like him at all. I'm sorry. And pile of garbage is really harsh to say.
So mean.
So that's excessive. I understand it's excessive, and I'm gonna take it back a minute.
All right.
I'm
Well, I had a
gonna
blast.
slow down. It's been, like I said, it's been a day.
It's been a day.
It's been a day, and I'm a little hot right now. But
It's these bright lights.
Yeah.
it is the bright lights.
The bright lights of
But
the big studio.
no, I'm not a fan of Jimmy Fallon's gushing over guests. I won't say he's a pile of garbage because that's harsh.
That's unfair.
It really is unfair.
That's unfair.
But he doesn't. He's not a good interviewer
Okay.
That's fair.
at all.
That's a fair. That's a fair.
That's totally fair.
And I find his use of shit like beer pong and stuff like He hosted the Grammys.
Yeah. Ooh. I finally found out what the difference between record
Ooh,
and
so you
song
watched
of
the
the
Grammys.
year.
No.
No.
Watch the Royal Rumble. We were there.
Yeah, we were there.
I was gonna say, how
the hell are you
would
thinking?
how are you oohing about the Grammys?
Oh, I didn't ooh about
No.
anything.
I
was it
oohed.
you?
He
I
oohed.
oohed because I found out the difference between record of the year and song of the year. For forever, I was like, "What the hell's the difference?" I have no idea. Do you know?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, record is equivalent to album. Song is just a singular song.
No, because album of the year is its own category.
Am I wrong, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Bill's
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know until he told me. So
Yeah.
I'll let him tell
so,
you.
record of the year is for the writer of the song, and song of the year is for the singer of the song.
Say it again.
So, record of the year is for the person who wrote the song. So, let's just say Beyonce's Crazy Love.
Are you telling me that the same
Song.
can be up for record of the year and song of the year?
If they wrote it.
Correct.
That's horseshit.
Well, because it can be two different people.
That's horseshit.
It can be two different
Give
people.
a fuck how many people it is. How many people does it take to write a song? It takes one person to write a fucking movie and with 9 fucking. Oh, we got song of the year,
Look,
record of the year. That's
album-
like
yeah.
oh my god. We got movie of the year, film of the year,
Yes.
picture of the year.
Yeah, it's-
we got 3 fucking different categories, all the same shit,
Yeah, sure.
and they're all won by James Franco.
Yeah. Sure. All right, let's get into the Dark Knight.
That movie.
Let's get into the Dark Knight.
Yes, we are getting into the Dark Knight because, yes, if we haven't established yet by the diatribe, the Dark Knight released July 18th, 2018, directed by Christopher Nolan. $185 million budget, box office of $1.00 billion. First comic book movie to reach $1 billion mark, and it is coming back to theaters Thursday, February 8th, 7:30 p.m., and then Sunday, February 11th at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's get into it because it has one of the greatest opening sequences of film history, in my opinion.
The movie just starts, and
It starts with not just a bang, but a punch in the face.
Yeah.
Especially if you were able to see it in an IMAX.
right. It just sets the tone of the movie. The big sweeping shot, the glass breaks. They zip line down to the roof of the bank in order to cut the power.
Yep.
It's great. It's great. The entire scene and sequence gives you everything you need to know about the character that is the Joker without giving any exposition as to who he is, why he is, or what he is. He is the most insane and smartest person in the room at all times.
He is the smartest criminal in this movie.
Right. And it's amazing watching
And there's a
him.
lot of criminals in the movie.
Right. He's a guy with no plan, but is the most detail-oriented person on the planet.
Absolutely.
Let me guess, you're supposed to kill me? No, I'm supposed to kill the bus driver.
Okay. Now let's get into the opening sequence right away because this was clearly ADR.
Oh, yeah.
And they had guys doing like 1950s crime voices.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Joker! He's gonna share the bank. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. There's five shares. No, there's 6 shares. Oh, the Joker thinks he's gonna sit out and get this one, eh? Okay. No.
A real scallywag, that guy is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Bill
right.
gets it.
Ah, what a scoundrel.
And of course we go up to the rooftop. They're killing the communication.
Yep.
Which leads us to believe that, or leads us to understand that they're not going out to the police line. They're going to a
Right.
private line.
Yeah.
What's the private line?
Oh, it's
What's
the
the
mall.
private line? Is it a problem? No, it's not a problem. See? We're just going
Yeah.
to cut this communication. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to fucking kill you in the face.
Yeah, right.
there you go.
Right. And so one by one, the criminals are instructed to off each other. And that leads us to the final the final sequence where it's the Joker.
Which, if you think about it, was very smart in the way, if you were thinking as a Joker, how he set up, okay, I'm going to tell this guy he needs to kill this guy. But that guy who just killed that guy is going to get killed.
Right.
You know, each person
Right.
is going to die, and there's going to be nobody left but the Joker.
Right.
So to set that up, you have to be some form of a criminal mastermind, if you will.
Of course.
If you will.
There are two things. One, the conversation between the Joker and the mob boss that's in there, or the guy, not Jimmy Smits.
Michael J. White?
No, the guy that's in the bank, and he takes the shotgun to try and kill him.
He's a character actor.
Yeah, he's a character actor.
Give me 2 seconds.
But that the conversation between them, where he's just like, you build up to the reveal of the Joker.
Yes.
Is beautiful.
Where he comes out of his office, which is a fully glass office, with a shotgun blasting through. Give me 2 seconds on his name.
Yep, going and trying to kill the Joker.
Yes.
And then they have a great conversation about, like, criminals used to stand for something. What do you stand for? And again, it
nothing.
It sets the tone for the character.
The problem about this episode is going to be how many Heath Ledger impersonations we can do.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be, but it's great. And then the second thing is that the Joker's mask. The Joker's mask, I don't know if you're familiar with this, was from an episode of the Batman from Adam West, the Adam West Batman.
Oh, go on.
So the Joker wore a clown mask that was identical to the one he wore in this one in an episode of that Batman episode with Adam West. And so that's just
a fun fact.
That's just a really fun fact, and shows you how much attention to detail was taken with this movie.
Was taken into it. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, you know what? I guess we could just move on. We don't need to find that actor's name unless you have it.
No, your Wi-Fi sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Comcast blows.
Yeah,
I hate Comcast.
Yeah, it sucks.
Comcast is the flippin' worst. That being said, I think that
nothing.
It's such a great opening sequence to a movie.
It really
the bus
was.
pulls out into that line of buses as all of the cops round the corner.
And again, especially if you were able to see it in IMAX, and it was shot in IMAX. That whole opening, there was like 4 scenes in this movie that were shot specifically for IMAX.
Yeah.
One the scene we'll get to, which was of course the bazooka scene. When
right.
The bazooka scene, one of 4 extremely rare IMAX cameras was destroyed in that scene.
Of course it was.
I mean, that tells you how, and it's one of those things like that I love. It's kind of like Mad Max Fury Road, anything with George Miller, where it's like they don't fuck around with like they do CGI, but they do it for the other stuff.
Right.
They're not
the stuff that
they're not CGIing like car chases.
Right.
Like they have 2 big ass trucks running to a head on collision.
That speaks to Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan hates CGI, and unless he can't physically actually do it, he's going to try and build out whatever he needs. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to be as real as possible. At least he's going to try.
Right.
You know, and so it shows you just how well it when it's executed, how well that plays on camera.
Absolutely.
You know? And so it's just, like, obviously, and we'll get to the scene later, a cargo plane did not fly through Hong Kong. That had to have been CGI.
But they did go to Hong Kong.
Yes, to shoot as much of the, like, jumping off of buildings and stuff that they possibly could. And
people were pissed about that, and I was like, okay, Warner Brothers is giving them $158 million. If Warner Brothers gave me $150, I would go to fucking Hong Kong. If I'm like, I have this scene where this Hong Kong gangster is going to go back to Hong Kong. I'm going to fucking Hong Kong. I'm not going to stand in a green screen and be like, oh,
we're in Hong Kong.
We're in Hong Kong,
like Wayne's World.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you look at it and
we're in China, bitches.
But you look at it, and this movie will stand the test of time because everything is real. Yes. Everything is real. Avatar won't. Avatar already looks dated. The movie Avatar,
oh my God, yeah.
It looks dated and old and shitty.
Yes.
And that movie came out a year before this.
The Disney shit looks better than the actual movie.
Right. And so, Bill.
Agreed.
So thank you, Bill. So it's amazing to just, and Christopher Nolan is great at what he does.
He really is.
the movie starts, and we don't get the title sequence.
No.
We're then joined. We immediately go to that night when Batman's out on patrol, and we find not actual Batman, but hockey Batman.
Hockey Batman.
As the Scarecrow is trying to sell his fear toxin to people.
Yes, Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow.
Who was in Batman Begins.
As the
Scarecrow. He returns in the very opening sequence. He actually returns in
The Dark Knight Rises
Dark Knight Rises as well. And in my opinion, he was filling in
for Heath
Ledger.
Yeah, I also think that movie would have been way different if Heath Ledger was alive.
Right.
So,
which is going to have a whole type of thing. But yes, we get to the parking lot.
Yeah. And it's great because this is before he gets the new costume, and he ends up fighting all of the bad guys, and he bends that one dude's rifle.
Yeah.
Because
he can?
He has stuff in his hands.
That what? That does what exactly?
So it's like mini Jaws of Life. So the idea. For the video people. So going he
like
grabs
this.
it and twists, and it bends the barrel of the gun because there's like a.
How does that bust his wrist?
So he has like a motor in there. You can hear it. You can hear it when in this thing. Yeah, it's Batman.
I'm gonna go with you on that one.
Yeah, it's
all right. But the of course the crime, one of the many crime bosses we run into, Richie Coster. He's in the new series on Sci-Fi, Happy. Have you seen Happy?
I haven't watched Happy yet, but I like the premise.
Oh my God, Happy is one of the Sci-Fi Channel
is crushing it right now.
Is fucking crushing it. From Blood Drive that they did last year to Happy doing this year with Christopher Maloney as a star, and Richie Coster is the main villain in this one. And he is one of the many baddies, if you will, in Dark Knight. But Happy is awesome. If you haven't watched Happy, go on demand and check out Happy. Happy with the exclamation point on Sci-Fi Channel. But yes, we get to Richie Coster, who is in the parking garage with many Rottweilers.
Yeah.
And not only are the hockey pants Batmans here, but actual Batman shows up eventually.
Right. And with the tumbler, which is a very cool and practical Batmobile.
As you do.
And so this is still the Batman Begins costume, and I think it's so funny because leading into this movie, Batman in these films constantly had to turn his shoulders in order to turn his head.
And they actually inserted a line.
And so they redesigned the costume so that he could
turn his head.
So he could turn his head. So it worked out really, really well.
Morgan Freeman has a line, so you want to turn your head.
You want to be able to turn your head, and he goes, it would make backing out of the driveway easier. And so, it was really great. And again, that goes back to the attention to detail.
Right.
Where it's like, we're going to redesign the costume, and that's why we're going to do it, because this practically makes no sense.
It's always interesting when you get like movies like this that are in a trilogy.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, we're going to start here, but we need an excuse to get to here.
Right.
So it's like, oh, let's insert a line. Oh, you need to turn your head. Okay, let's revamp the whole costume.
Right.
And there you go. And then, of course, he's been bit by the dogs.
Yeah.
Many dogs.
Many dogs.
Many dogs. Many of the Rottweilers. And he has to go to Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman, who has the voice of vanilla chocolate that is absolutely delicious, and I want to
somehow nutritious.
As Ted said in the sequel, I want to sleep on a bed of his voice.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen either one of those movies.
Well, I was in both of those movies, so you should watch both. Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman. Yes, it was awesome, and he revamps the whole costume.
Correct.
Gives him a new thing. Seals up his wounds.
Yep. He has to stitch himself. He's stitching himself up, and Alfred shows up into the new Batcave.
New Batcave, my balls. It's a penthouse overlooking.
No, he finds him in that garage. down in the basement because
Are you
Alfred.
sure?
Yeah, Alfred comes in and he's not at home, and then when he goes into that
So
underground
Alfred.
bunker,
Okay. So we're
yeah,
Alfred shows up in that penthouse
Penthouse.
overlooking
Bruce is not there.
Gotham.
Yeah, right.
Chicago. And Bruce is not there, so he goes down into one of the coolest elevators ever.
Yeah, that just big, huge cargo elevator thing.
It's literally just a ceiling panel that falls out of the sky into a lit room with all Batman shit.
Yeah, which is what I would love to have in my house.
If only it would fit.
If only it would fit in this tiny place.
You know what? Goals.
Life goals. Life goals.
Goals.
Hashtag.
Hashtag goals. So we get in there, and then of course we get to the Joker.
Right.
The Joker meeting with all
the criminals. They're having a secret underground meeting to see what they're doing with the Batman.
You say that, but it's not so much secret. It's not so much underground, because as the Joker says, he understands why they meet
during the day. Yeah, you don't have your secret meetings at night anymore because you're afraid of the Batman.
And according to my ears, I think
he's
got
about
something.
to play it.
It's just music.
Oh.
Setting the mood.
Setting the mood.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is that I would love to actually have the footage of how the Joker got in there, because he wasn't invited. He wasn't actually invited there to the.
Was the Joker invited anywhere?
No. So
was he invited to Bruce Wayne's fucking penthouse?
Yeah. So
for the Harvey Dent party?
Right. No,
he wasn't. He showed up with his boys. Was he invited to Michael J. White's fucking bar? No, he wasn't. He showed up with his boys.
Yeah.
He just kind of shows up places
right.
as he does because he is who he is.
Right. Oh, yeah. But again, I want to see the part where he murders 6 people to get in there. You know what I mean?
I don't think he does. That's the weird thing.
He just gets in there?
I think he just walks in. Yeah. I think it's very similar to what I was telling you off air about how I walked into the VIP section of Mohegan Sun. Yeah. I just didn't stop forward motion.
Right, you just kept going until
look like you know what you're doing.
I just kept walking until I got where I wanted to be, and then I stopped.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's where I needed to be.
Right. So then finally we get there. Yep.
And got drunk.
Yes.
Now Joker, granted, put knives in people's mouths. I drank vodka soda, but he put knives in people's mouths.
Well, he put a pencil through somebody's head.
Well, there is that. Okay, we're there. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're there. So with the whole crime syndicate, if you will, you got Eric Roberts.
Yep.
You got Michael J. White.
Yep.
You got
Black Dynamite himself.
I just watched Black Dynamite last night, actually.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
It was fantastic.
Yes.
It's always it's one of those ones I own on Blu-ray, but anytime it's on Cinemax, which it's on every month. Okay. I'm yeah, I'm fucking watching Black Dynamite right now.
Yeah.
Because of Kung Fu treachery.
Kung Fu treachery. Evil fiendish Dr. Wu.
Fiendish Dr. Wu. We're gonna have to do a whole Black Dynamite episode. That's gonna happen.
I love Black
That's
Dynamite.
Gonna happen. It's
not I threw that shit before it came in the room.
But it's not gonna happen right now.
No. I know.
It's not gonna happen right now.
So
because we got Dark Knight.
Yeah, we're still working on the Dark Knight. So he put
not Black Dynamite.
Not Black Dynamite. So Michael J. White, all the other crime syndicates, they're also not. They're talking to their money launderer, which is the Asian businessman.
All right, now this is where the movie starts to veer off in the what the fuck section. It's like a 27-inch fucking tube TV. How is he Skyping into that at all? How is there any type of a clear signal, let alone a live signal?
Right. That has it to the TV.
It's a fucking tube TV. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's no.
This is more high tech shit than that. I mean,
there's no HDMI connection that you could possibly have had.
There's not even a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah,
it's a tube TV.
Yeah, you would have had to get converters. You would have had to stop.
Johnny from the room threw that shit out his window.
He did.
That's the type of TV it was.
That was the type of TV that it was.
Callback
to the room. You should watch it. It was a great movie.
It's a great podcast.
It was a great podcast. So Yeah, he ends up going away because the money. He was just like, I took all of your money. I took all of your money and I'm bringing it to Hong Kong because.
But he was saying it as a positive.
Yeah, because the Joker,
Lau.
because the Joker had been going and stealing his money.
Right.
He had been stealing all of his money, and so in order to protect it from the cops and the Joker, he just took it all and was taking it back to Hong
He's just
Kong.
like, fuck that, I'm taking everything.
Right, so he just ended up taking it and moving, and because he needed to get out of there because Harvey Dent, who is introduced as the White Knight of Gotham, is going to try
The hero we need.
the hero we need.
Or deserve?
Deserve? I forget which one he is.
Not sure.
But yeah, so he's the
guy.
He's the guy. He's the guy that's here to help save the day. And
Aaron Eckhart is a fantastic actor, very handsome human being.
yeah, this is the one thing I don't like particularly about this trilogy is I like my Batman to like being Batman. Right now, like I don't like Batman.
Okay. Oh, I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this version of Batman, he does not like to be Batman. Like,
Well, that's because Maggie Gyllenhaal isn't with him.
yeah, and I don't.
Who I'm gonna say is a downgrade from Katie Holmes.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you went from Katie Holmes to Maggie Gyllenhaal. I'm gonna stay being fucking Batman because that's a fucking waste of my time.
yeah. He consistently
I mean, he had Russian models around him. Come on.
Right. His whole reason for being Batman was to avenge his parents, but he was. It never got beyond like. But if Rachel loves me, I'll stop.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why I didn't like about this portrayal of Batman, right? Like
He moved on pretty quick to fucking what's her name?
Selena Kyle.
Anne Hathaway.
Thank you.
I said the character name, but yeah, okay.
That one I got.
Yeah, sure.
But to be fair, we were saying Katie Holmes and Maggie Gyllenhaal before, not
But we're all
Rachel.
thinking Anna Kendrick.
Rachel.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yes.
We're all like, why wasn't Anna Kendrick in this movie?
Right?
Yeah, right.
Could have done the Cup song and everything.
Right?
Yeah.
Man.
When he's gone.
Yeah.
When he's gone.
So we're introduced to Harvey Dent.
Yes.
Who is now with
Yes.
Rachel.
Uh-huh.
Who's now with Rachel, and she is his love interest. And so now we have a love triangle.
And we're introduced to that in the most pimp way possible.
Yeah.
They're having dinner, and Harvey Dent's like, it took me 3 months to get this reservation.
Oh, no.
Bruce waltzes up with a blonde Russian ballet dancer and is like, oh, would you mind if I joined you? And she's like, no, they wouldn't allow that. He's like, I own this bitch. Bring a table.
That's
wow,
actually
dude.
that's not how Harvey Dent's introduced. Harvey Dent is introduced in court. and
You know what? You're absolutely right.
he's
Go
intro-
ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
all. It is also very pimp.
It's very pimp.
But he comes in and he's just breaking down the defense of this mob guy, and the guy pulls a gun, and the gun misfires.
Worst gun ever, by the way.
Right. And so
I've made better guns than that.
So he ends up disarming the guy, punching him out, and going, "It's a cheap Chinese knockoff. You should next time buy American, pal."
And they dismiss the juror, but he goes, "I'm not done with him yet."
yeah, and everybody
Round of
claps.
applause, dilly dilly.
Oh, dilly dilly, dilly dilly. Oh, and it's nutso. That's how we're introduced to him.
That is how we're introduced to Harvey Dent.
You know, and so it sets up that he's just like this altruistic lawyer that's going to clean up Gotham.
He's totally not Tommy Lee Jones in that fucking Schumacher movie.
Right, yeah, no, or Billy D. Williams.
You know what? I would have appreciated Billy D. Williams.
I think we all would have.
I think we all would have appreciated Billy D. Williams
We all-
with some Colt 45.
Yeah,
baby.
we all appreciate Billy D. Williams. So, yeah.
Lando Calrissian, motherfucker!
So now all of the major players are all there, and so that's where we start to get kind of the conflict of the movie where the Joker starts kind of running amok.
Yes.
Right, and so the Joker wants What does he want first? I guess he
anarchy.
He wants anarchy.
He wants anarchy.
So
he doesn't want anything. He wants chaos.
He wants the
chaos
Batman.
And anarchy.
He wants the Batman. Is what he wants.
He wants a chaos and anarchy.
Right. And so the first thing is he films the video of that poor guy in hockey pads and he murders him.
Fun fact about that is both, not only that, but the one that comes later with Anthony Michael Hall.
Okay.
Were both self-filmed and self-directed by Heath Ledger.
That's amazing.
The first one with the hockey pants guy, Christopher Nolan approved.
Yeah.
Basically, Heath Ledger shot it and then gave it to Christopher Nolan, and he's like, "Okay, that's cool." The second one, Christopher Nolan was like, "Yeah, fuck it, do your thing."
Yeah. Oh yeah, because proved...
he went so, and it's one of those weird things. Like I'm not a huge fan of method acting.
Yeah,
I'm really not. But the way he did this, I can't imagine anybody else doing the Joker.
Yeah, well, it also killed him.
I loved fucking. I loved Nicholson. Okay,
yeah.
I loved it. I because it was cartoonish shit.
Yeah.
Okay, but when he did this, I was like, oh fuck, this is what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Like, that was awesome for what it was. It was awesome for the cartoon type of Joker that we got.
Right, yeah.
But that is fucking acting.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Like I know he won the award
Mortem.
Post-mortem. Yeah. After he died, he got the Oscar for it. But it wasn't like a token Oscar.
No,
he
it was
fucking
well deserved.
deserved that shit.
It was well deserved.
Absolutely, every part of it. Like even to the fact that I read that the tick where he's licking his lips constantly.
Right.
Apparently, that was because the prosthetic was falling off.
Okay.
And he started licking his lips in like the first couple takes, and it just became a tick.
Yeah, right.
So it went from, oh, this is just like right,
right.
The thing's falling off, to a character trait,
right, that
became like, you watch it, it's like you can't see the Joker doing anything else,
right.
And it sucks because we got Jared Leto now with Suicide Squad and stuff like that. But it's like, I'm sorry, it's one of those things that I honestly wish they just decided to retire the Joker at that point.
I really liked Jared Leto's Joker.
As much,
it was different. It was different. I don't think
it was different, but it was like, no. Like,
yeah, I mean, Heath Ledger was better.
I'm like, nope.
Heath Ledger was better, but I liked Jared Leto's. I could live in a world
for storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could live with that character. Yeah, the performance of Heath Ledger was far superior to that of Jared Leto. That's without a question.
Right.
But Jared Leto's Joker, I thought, was good and different and fit in that DCEU that they tried to create.
They're still trying.
Who knows?
Terribly.
Who knows? They're bad at it. But back to the Dark Knight.
Yes.
We end up finding
not the Affleck Knight.
Yeah, not the Affleck Knight. Because
I like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Ben Affleck as Batman is also very, very good. He's very good, and I think he was the best part of Batman versus Superman.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So, it's without question.
And the funny thing was, he was the most criticized.
Right. Which is awful.
Which is, it's like everybody going into it is like, really?
Yeah, this is the thing we're going to criticize.
This is the guy you're gonna do. This is the guy you're gonna give Batman to, Ben Affleck, really? And then all of a sudden he comes out and it's like, Ben Affleck was the best thing about that fucking movie.
Yeah, well, that was what happened with Heath Ledger too.
Who do you think was more criticized going into it? Was it Heath Ledger as the Joker or Affleck as
Ben
Batman?
Affleck. Ben Affleck.
See, I think Heath Ledger, because up until
I don't remember a terrible amount of criticism going into it.
See, I remember. Well, yeah, maybe Ben Affleck. Maybe it was Ben Affleck.
I just remember, and maybe it was because of the time. I mean, you're talking 2008 versus 2000. what, 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
When it was, I mean, so everything was more, in our face when
Yeah.
Ben Affleck was Batman,
Right.
as opposed to 2008 when Heath Ledger was coming, 2007 when he was filming.
Yeah, I also remember it was just like Ben Affleck was coming off of like Argo and stuff.
He's an Argo.
And like The Town, and so he was coming off a bunch of movies where it's like,
But again,
oh,
he wasn't coming off movies that sucked. The Town was awesome.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is that he was coming off of good movies. The thing with Heath Ledger was coming off of things like A Knight's Tale and like I think the most recent
10 things.
10 Things I Hate About You.
That was
and then,
way before.
right,
that,
But that's what he was known for.
But that's what he was known for.
I mean, he was coming
and
off of Brokeback Mountain,
Right.
Which
Yeah.
he was nominated for an Oscar for.
right. And so
He's an Oscar-nominated fucking person.
right, but at the same time, that body of work could easily be criticized because
No, I see how it could be.
yeah, I just remember that's what I thought. But I think the internet has to play a
giant part in it.
giant part
Yeah,
where it's more
yeah.
established than the other one. So basically, what ends up happening in The Dark Knight is they find out that Lau has taken all of the mob's funds back to Hong Kong.
Before we jump right into it, just for clarity's sake, because this movie was first pitched to Warner Brothers in
Right.
2006, July of 2006, and Heath Ledger wasn't the first.
No.
Paul Bettany,
Yeah.
who of course is Vision
Yes.
in the Marvel universe. This one I don't 100% know. Lacey Hume? No? Okay. Google it.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody,
Yes.
Steve Carell,
Yeah.
and Robin Williams
Weird.
were all before they got to Heath Ledger.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Out of those ones, I
I would have picked the pianist.
Yeah, Adrian Brody.
I mean,
Robin Williams would not have been good.
No.
I will
Robin
say
Williams
that.
would have been
Do you
good in the
think?
I
Schumacher
think so.
Batman.
do you think he would have not been good?
I think
No.
he would not have been good.
Even after 1 hour photo?
Yeah, even after 1 hour photo, I don't think he would have been
Williams would have fit better in a Schumacher Batman.
good. Yeah, he would have been a better Joker in the
See,
Schumacher
I
Batman.
think at this day and age, in 2006,
Yeah, I don't think
he if Christopher Nolan really got his hooks in him,
Yeah, I don't think so.
he wouldn't have gone dark.
I don't think he would have been able to do it. I think.
Really?
I also think that he.
See, I think Robin Williams had enough of that range that he could have gone really dark.
I don't think that. I don't think the movie would be as well received as it would have been because.
I agree, but I think he could have gone a very dark Joker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not quite as.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
All
he
right.
would have been good.
Fair enough.
So
So you think Adrian Brody, Bill?
Yeah, sure.
Adrian Brody?
yeah, still Adrian
Brody.
I think he would have been the best one.
You guys haven't seen the show Dice, have you?
No.
Watch the show Dice.
Okay.
Is that about Andrew Dice Clay?
It is about Andrew Dice Clay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes, Adrian Brody shadows Dice and plays Dice as being Dice, and Dice being the only fucking type of impersonation that I can do here is like Andrew Dice Clay with Adrian Brody because he comes in he comes in with the cigarettes and the glasses, the fingerless gloves. You hear me? I hear me. And he comes in and he's like, Dice. Dice. You hear? I hear me.
All right. Good. Good.
That was solid.
That was solid. It was a solid
Well
Andrew
done.
Dice Clay.
Surprisingly, it was actually.
We do get the
Those of you that know Dice know that that's actually fucking solid.
right. You just got to know Dice, which
You
is
have to. You gotta know Dice.
I know very little Dice.
Yeah.
No, but you got
I know Dice from Entourage. That's pretty much
No,
it.
but you gotta know Dice,
Right.
And you know with the fucking the thing you hear.
Yeah.
You hear? No, you hear.
Mm-hmm.
You hear. No. Bill, you hear.
okay.
Do
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I hear you.
No, but Liam,
Yeah.
Liam,
Yep.
I'm sitting over here, and I'm talking about like do you hear
Yeah, we gotta move on back to the
what
Dark
I'm
Knight.
saying?
Sure.
Over here
Yeah,
now.
we gotta move back onto the Dark
Over
Knight.
here now. With like
Right.
dice.
Yes. Sure.
You're here.
Yeah.
No, Liam.
Yep.
Liam.
Right.
You're here.
Yep.
Don't give me that shit over here now. You're here, Bill.
I'm right here.
You're here.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
Mike, we gotta move on to the Dark Knight.
Fuck that. You're here.
Oh, jeez.
You're here.
No.
No, but
We're here?
We're here?
but
Where are we?
What I'm saying what I'm saying over here now.
Right.
Like with the balls.
Yeah.
Okay. You got your balls, right?
Yep.
Okay, like two grapefruit sized balls, like cancer balls.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
Okay, you got your cancer balls. Okay, maybe they're like the color of this fucking cap, right? Okay, fine. Now, Bill, you're here.
I'm here.
Okay. No, do you hear me? Not are you here, you fucking jagoff? Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
We gotta move on to the Dark
Do
Knight.
you hear?
Yeah, I hear you.
Should we
I'm
take
over
our
here
first
now.
Should we take
Yeah.
our first commercial break?
Yeah, let's take the commercial
I
break
would
then.
love to take a fucking commercial.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
That was a spot on dice, by the way.
Sure.
Not bad.
Sure.
I hate him even more now.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Now you're gonna watch that show and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, Mike was so accurate as how retarded that guy is."
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Oof.
Are we actually doing a commercial?
No.
No.
Oh,
We're trying to find a smooth way to cut you off.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So let's
Wow.
move
Let's
So-
get back on track.
back
oh,
to the Dark Knight.
legitimately, we didn't go to commercial.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No,
We're still here.
We're still here.
There's no commercials.
Oh,
no
but
commercial.
just see, you can't cut off the legend over here.
But I can.
See,
Yeah, there it goes.
but the fucking legend can't
So-
be cut off over here.
So now, Bill, are you going to step in? We're going to finish. We're going to finish
Let's
the Dark
do it.
Knight.
Let's do it, Liam.
We're going to finish the Dark Knight. It led itself to
I thought we were actually going to commercial.
no.
I thought we had commercials.
No,
I was all
We're trying to get
excited.
Dice out of
No,
the studio.
We're trying to get Dice out of here.
Oh, dice! You want to talk about dice now?
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. I got editing. I'm going to be up till 4:00 in the morning anyway. Let's get through this.
What time is it?
It's fucking 8:30.
8:30. God damn! I got my fucking yam bag all up in a bunch. I'm just doing dice. I gotta stop doing dice.
Yeah, stop.
I send it you to deletion.
So Matt Hardy showed up. This thing is squarely off the rails.
It's getting off the rails.
Squarely off the rails.
Where in the show are we?
Oh, Batman has
Besides dice,
gone to Hong Kong.
Dice has gone to Hong Kong.
Yeah, that never has happened. never
He
happened.
sold the Tokyo Dome out. You heard?
That's Japan.
No.
That's Japan.
All right. So your
Wow.
your boy's standing on the top of a fucking building.
Yeah, and he's gonna jump off of it
He is.
because he's,
Okay, so here's the thing. So Lucius Fox walks into this fucking building, and I'm sorry, but how fucking lax is the security in this building? Because
Right.
he walks in. This is the worst fucking part of the movie. In my opinion, it was the most masturbatory part of the movie because they just literally. I understand if like we said earlier, if Warner Brothers is going to give you $158 million,
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
You're gonna fucking go and do it. But really,
right.
this was just let's get Christian Bale to fucking base jump off of a fucking Hong Kong building,
Yeah, right.
and let's go to Hong Kong and film some shit.
Yeah, right.
So how lax is the security where not only excuse me,
Yeah, so it's the part that annoys me about the security.
he walks in,
Yeah, he gives him a cell phone.
gives him a cell phone,
Continues.
then goes upstairs and has the balls has the balls to not fucking turn his fucking phone on vibrate.
Right.
So he's literally just like, bring. Oh, I forgot I had this. And how does he not get shot in the face like right now?
Right.
Because later in the movie, as soon as the lights go out, every motherfucker in that building has drawn a gun.
Yeah.
They're not allowed cell phones in this building.
Right. And
His cell phone goes off, and literally he pulls it out like,
yeah.
oh gosh, sorry.
And it's like,
how do you not? Pew pew.
yeah, right. And it's annoying because you look at it and it's like, I get what you're doing, right? You're giving a
But vibrate the motherfucker.
no. So
like they could have.
So the reason
they
behind
done
it,
like the Superman fucking vision of his jacket, been like, brrr. Like he could have seen that.
So you ready? This is
without being a dick about it.
This is the reasoning. Are you ready?
Go on.
So the reasoning is that he gave a cell phone over to security.
No, I get that.
Right. He gave a phone over to security.
Yeah.
Then when the phone goes off,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I left it off. I sorry, I didn't realize it was on."
Right.
Everybody in that room knows that he has a cell phone on him.
Right.
So that when he goes back through security and they go, "Hey, here's your phone," he goes, "Oh no,
I got this one."
I have mine." And so it separates him from the device. So that when that device causes all the nonsense,
Right.
nobody knows that it's his.
How does he not get shot for
Yes,
having a cell phone
in a non-cell phone
in front of Lau?
I think the only thing
Not just in the building,
Right.
Not just in the building. With the entire fucking building
yeah,
is cell phone.
I
proof.
think the only reason is because he's the head of Wayne Enterprises, so
The
they
movie
let it
would
go.
be over.
They let it
that's
go.
that's
That's
just
it.
Like-
It's just a poor plot point.
And I think the way to explain it away is that this guy's the head of Wayne Enterprises, so it's not that big of a deal.
So he sets the sonar off.
Yeah, and in a very, very cool sequence, Batman kicks the crap out of a bunch of people and then kidnaps
Well, we
Lau.
haven't got there quite yet.
Well, that's basically it.
Because let's be honest, Bruce Wayne is literally standing on the fucking doorsteps of this building.
That's true. That is very,
He's
very
just
true.
kind of hanging, and he's like, "Yes, Mr. Wayne, here is your cell phone,
Yeah,
which is a
right.
sonar, which will let you
Yeah, all
see,
this
hear,
nonsense.
and incapacitate an entire building here in Hong Kong. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
We got
about it. I'm gonna sit here and drink my tea with my lemon and just
Right.
destroy this building.
Yes.
Go for it.
So then he
Go
goes.
team.
So then he goes and goes for it.
And he does.
He just goes and goes for it.
And in the greatest, one of the greatest lines for the Joker is he has such wonderful toys. He has a great toy here. He's standing on the building across,
Yes.
and he's just doing
It's
like
that weird.
it's a pump action like goo gun.
yeah, that has bombs in it.
Yes, but goo bombs.
Yes, it's goo bombs.
It's goo bombs.
Yes.
It's like cha-ching, boom, and
Everything
shoom.
explodes. Yeah. Oh, great.
Goo bomb, goo bomb, goo bomb, and then he base jumps.
Yeah.
Which this movie, above all anything else, makes me never want to base jump ever.
Really?
I watch it. I'm like, oh my god, that looks so terrifying.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like just free falling with nothing.
Yeah.
It like. Oh, like
Sure.
Just watching him jump off that. I watched it this morning, and I'm just like, oh my god, that looks so horrifying.
Yes.
Like even if I had wings and a parachute behind me, I would still be screaming bloody murder.
Of course.
It would just be ah!
Yeah, right. Yeah, trying to wear one of those squirrel suits or whatnot. Yes. Yeah, I got you.
It wouldn't work.
No,
It
no,
wouldn't work.
no.
I would not be stealth at all.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, the good thing is that the U.S. government is asking you to do it, so there is that.
They weren't asking Batman to do it. He
Yeah.
just kind of went about his own business here.
Yeah.
To
to get this
Lau.
guy. Yeah, and then he throws the balloon, the cargo plane swoops in and takes them both off back to Gotham.
As you do.
As you do.
As you do.
And so now they have Lau. Now they end up having Lau, and
I love how they drop him off in the front of fucking Gotham City Plaza,
right?
And Jim Gordon's just kind of smirking.
Well, because
I love Gary Oldman, but he's just sitting there like.
It's because the three of them had that conversation.
It's like, no, dude, you know how illegal this is?
Yeah, right. But Batman did it. I mean, how it's not an international incident? It's very weird. It's very, very weird.
Such a national incident.
Yeah. And so then
we have the mayor. Okay.
Everybody gets killed. Everybody gets killed. The mayor gets killed. A bunch of people end up getting.
Are we going to talk about the mayor? The actor Nestor Carbell.
Yes.
Carbell, whatever his name is. Eyeliner.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about that even a little
weird.
bit? Just for a second.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
He was in the Bates Motel series.
Oh, was he?
He was.
Never watched it.
He was a sheriff. It was a good series, and he was a sheriff in that. But
right,
everything about him is just eyeliner.
Right.
Dude, you so have your eyeliner tattooed on your eyeballs.
Right.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Right.
Moving on. He's dead.
Yeah, so he's dead. So basically, the mob wants to apprehend. The movie wants to apprehend Harvey Dent, and so that's where we get.
So we get a bunch of people getting Joker cards, and they're dead.
They're all gonna die, but then they
judge,
try to get
the commissioner, the mayor. They're all dead.
Yeah, and so they try to get Harvey Dent at the gala event that he's throwing. Bruce Wayne is throwing.
Okay, we're there.
Yeah, and so basically the Joker's gonna keep killing people until Batman reveals who he is.
Right.
That's ultimately what he does, and Harvey Dent ultimately says that he's Batman in order to put his faith in Batman, that if the Joker's going to try and kill him, Batman will come and save him.
I think we're skipping scenes, but I'm with you. Let's keep moving on.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically I'm kind of giving
Yeah,
because we're just getting to the major stuff.
That's the gist of it.
So, basically now we're into that very, very epic car chase.
Oh, yes.
And so...
Because Commissioner Gordon...
is...
Or Chief Gordon, doesn't matter.
Jim Gordon has
been shot in the back.
He's, at least we think he's
allegedly
dead. He's allegedly dead. And they're transporting Harvey Dent to county or whatever, to that other prison.
Right.
And cool thing about the sound design for the Joker's machine gun pistol,
okay.
The sound for that gun is actually the machine gun that's on an Apache helicopter. That's the sound they used for his machine gun pistol.
So they took an actual Apache helicopter
machine gun sound and made
it his handgun.
And made it his hand machine gun.
Cool. Very
so
cool.
That's just a fun fact for that. An awesome sequence ensues where the tumbler ends up getting destroyed and Batman ends up ejecting, so he gets the Bat motorcycle.
Yeah.
The only thing in this scene or in this sequence that really annoys me is that they used two different takes from the same line and just used them at two different points.
Go on.
So there's a part where the Joker is going to take out the helicopter.
Right.
And so they shoot the cabling so that the helicopter will run into it.
Right.
And so the guy's sitting in the car next to Jim Gordon, who's driving, and
who is Nicky Cat, by
right?
the way.
Correct,
actor Nicky Cat.
Yes, correct. And he looks at it and he's just like, "Oh, that's not good."
Who has
not good?
Out of all the extras,
right?
Nicky Cat just really worked in a lot of lines,
right? And so
he was so lucky to be sitting next to who turns out to be Jim Gordon,
right? And so it's just like, "Oh, not good." And then it's just the same line, but a different take on it. Oh, that's not good. Right. And they just used two different takes in the same thing, which is weird, which is just a weird pet peeve of mine because it feels very disjointed to me. Ends up the Joker shows down with the Batman.
Right.
And
the Batman.
The Joker wants him to kill him. He's like, "Kill me. I want you to hit me. Hit me. I want you to hit me." And he ultimately ends up not doing it and having the Joker give himself up or end up becoming under arrest.
Which gets into probably one of the best sequences ever is that interrogation scene.
Yeah. And it's all the way down to the detail where the first thing that
And
Batman
again,
does.
down to the acting.
Right. The acting is superb.
This whole this movie could be summed up by saying Heath Ledger just chews up every scene.
Right.
Because he does, and he does it so well.
Right. And so in the interrogation scene, the first thing that Batman does is slams his head on the table.
Don't want to slam the head. It makes everybody foggy.
Well, and that's what he says. It says it makes everybody foggy and they can't remember things properly.
Right.
And that comes into play later when he gives the addresses because he lets them know that Rachel and Harvey are both kidnapped. And he gives the wrong location. And it all ties back to the beginning of that.
Does he do it on purpose?
He totally does it on purpose.
Okay.
He totally does it on purpose. Because he knows
where the Batman
is gonna
go.
And it's funny because
it's his Ming squeeze.
Yeah, right. And so it's that scene is so great. There's also a thing that really annoys the hell out of me about this, and it's a weird character thing where this is why I don't like this portrayal of Batman. Batman.
Okay.
So he comes out of the interrogation room and Gordon asks him where he's going. And he's going to Rachel.
Go to Rachel.
I'm getting Rachel. And
Rachel.
And that's not Batman. While Batman, first of all, Batman doesn't love. And so there's that. But Batman would have to do the right thing to get Dent, not the personal thing that's to get Rachel.
And I'm not a comic book reader, so I don't know these things. So what you're saying is Batman, historically, as far as the comic books are concerned, would have done the right thing in getting Harvey Dent.
Right.
He would have gone to Harvey as opposed to going to Rachel.
Correct.
Because he doesn't actually love.
Yeah, Batman is a crazy person. Right, I think we can all agree with
Batman or Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is a crazy person, right? Because they're flipped. Batman is who his main personality is, and his costume is Bruce Wayne.
Okay,
that's basically it. And Batman is Bruce Wayne is so traumatized by the death of his parents that he dresses up like a bat and beats up criminals until he can save his parents. And that's never going to happen. That's the psychology behind Batman. The comics. And so this person is so crazy and so hell-bent on saving his parents, and he's never going to be able to do it, that this is why he does what he does. And so
it's interesting that this movie came out the same year that Iron Man came out.
Yeah, who is a very different superhero.
Yet
kind of similar.
Yet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, very similar, where he's trying to win back his parents' favor, he's trying to avenge his parents' death.
Well, not even necessarily his parents' death.
I mean, Civil War was very much about his parents.
Civil War is about it, but his main reason for doing what he was doing was he stood by and was a war profiteer without actually...
Yeah, but so's fucking Bruce Wayne.
Right, but that's the Iron Man thing. It's like his parents' death doesn't have anything... His parents died, but they're not... That's not why...
Until we get to Civil War.
Right, but that's not... It's not why...
And then we realize that Sebastian Shaw fucking jacked his parents all up.
Yeah, right. But the death of his parents...
Or is that just a Disney thing?
No. Did it
happen in the comics?
I don't remember if...
I don't read comics. I'm just going to be honest.
That's not how Civil War... that's not a part of the Civil War storyline.
Okay.
But I don't remember if the Winter Soldier killed his parents. I don't think that it mattered who... The death of Tony Stark's parents is not important in the comic books. It's not a part of who he is. The war... the actual, arms manufacturing and the alcoholism are the two main things with Tony Stark, not...
But you understand, in 2018, that is the important thing.
Sure.
Because those of us who don't read comic books...
right.
Who only have seen the movie now believe that the Winter Soldier killed his parents.
Yeah, sure.
And drove him to alcoholism and selling guns.
Well, his dad already sold the guns.
I don't believe you.
Okay, sure. Sure.
I'm just gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so they're basically the same people.
Yeah, yes.
So DC, Marvel, Iron Man, Batman,
Right.
they've kind of juggled the balls enough to become the same person.
Sure. Yeah, they don't have any inherent superpowers. They just have gadgets.
Yeah, exactly.
One just has a suit of gadgets, and the other one is Batman.
One has, a fucking Lucius Fox, and the other has a robot that's
Butler.
Walt Disney.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Rachel dies,
Yeah.
and Batman's super sad about it. But
Yeah, there's the whole melodramatic standing over there with the fucking quarter.
yeah,
Was
and-
already a fucking gimmicked quarter anyway.
yeah, right. It's a two-headed
It
quarter.
was.
And that's what he
the
reveals.
dude was a piece of shit anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah, right.
He was, I flipped my coin.
Heads-
Fuck you, dude. It was both double-headed.
Right. The weird thing about that,
You're a pile of garbage.
the weird part about that
I'm
is
using that
so he
a
knows it's
lot. Pile of garbage. I gotta stop using that.
he knows it's a double-headed coin. So does he bet that he's going to lose things sometimes, or does he just use that quarter?
No, he uses it always to win.
Right.
He's always a piece of shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Until
about right.
his face melts off,
And the quarter gets scarred.
and then of course the quarter gets scarred as well.
Right.
So it becomes a head and tails thing.
Right. And so then he, the Joker and Aaron Eckhart, who does a great job in this movie from top to bottom. All of
The hospital scene is one of my favorite things ever.
Right. I'm like a dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one.
Awesome.
You know?
Again, Heath Ledger just chewing up every part of that scenery, and I love every part of it.
Right.
He deserved every part of that Oscar that year.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. It
Absolutely.
doesn't matter if it's a comic book movie, it doesn't matter if it's a Batman movie, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. He was phenomenal.
Right.
In
Right.
that, like, inhabiting that character as an actor was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. And so Harvey Dent goes crazy.
Yeah, as you do.
As you do. And the practical it's not a practical effect, but the visual effect of the Two-Face.
I loved how they did it.
Yeah.
I loved how they in the first few seconds they kept cutting away.
Yeah.
So you didn't know if they were going to show it. So they're
Right.
like, oh yeah, we're going to cut away. We're going to keep cutting to the Joker, cutting to the Joker. All of a sudden, he just turns, and it's like, well done.
Well done. And it visually looks cool.
Well done.
It looks cool. It's great.
And they didn't overdo it.
Yes.
It wasn't Tommy Lee Jones.
No. Where it's just some weird acid chemical burn that's just absurd.
No, and they did it very, very well. I that whole hospital scene from start to
Yeah, well, you know the story behind that, right?
course.
It was
Of course.
It was supposed to go off. It didn't go off. He stayed in character.
love him.
And then it went.
Again, every part of that Oscar he deserves.
Yeah, right. And
he stayed in character 100%.
absolutely. And so it was great. It was fantastic to watch. Watching him just crush that scene is perfect, because as a director, you want them to stay in character if something like that is going to happen, because that would have been sucked if he just turned around and was just like, I don't know.
It didn't work.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Now you've blown a take and a building.
Right, right, and we can do the take again, but we don't have another building.
We don't have a building.
We don't have another building, and so it's great. We then get to the penultimate climax of the movie, where the Joker now has two boats, because he's going to murder everybody.
Yeah.
So he says, and he has two boats full of
dog playing with
right,
playing with a toy. I don't know
Right.
what to do.
and so it's just
God, I love doing Joker impressions from Heath Ledger.
It was good.
I really
so many
do.
quotable lines.
And I'm so not gonna sit here and just do like what I did with Dice.
Yeah, great, good. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciate it. And
Bill's like, God, please don't ever do that again.
No more dice.
no more dice. That's gonna be a new rule.
It's not
of
how
the
we
show.
roll.
What? You just said no
Just
more.
mute him.
You just
I'm gonna
missed
do
my
the rest of the
awesome
show.
pun.
You said more dice.
No,
More-
that's not how we roll.
That's how you said more dice. What I said to you said to me. I said to me over here now. More dice.
Can we
Go
kill
on.
him?
Go on.
Yeah. So, the
Yeah.
oh, jeez. All right. Sure.
What?
I'll let you finish the movie as Dice Clay. You want to finish the movie as Dice Clay? Go right ahead.
Make it quick.
No, but we will do Fort Failing at some point.
Sure, that's fine. We
And then that will be Bill's biggest nightmare ever.
It's just the Andrew Dice Clay.
I'll go see Jimmy Fallon again.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an upgrade.
Oh, it's definitely an upgrade.
You know what, Bill? Let me know. I'll go with you.
You want to think it's an upgrade, but it's more of like a downgrade because you're going down
Do you know
to
what would
like
be the worst? You know what would be the worst part about that, Bill? Is that we would do it to escape the Andrew Dice Clay impression, and then for some ungodly reason,
He would be on.
He would be on it. That
Yeah. He's like a friend of mine. Yeah. So he's like you go to him. And I come over here now, and then it's like you got the bulls and the cunts and all the fucking and you think oh I'm over at Jimmy Fallon now, but no you're over at Dice now. That's what I'm saying. You hear? I hear me. Go ahead, Liam.
Yes.
Liam.
Now me.
Now you go.
Oh, okay.
Now you go.
Now I'll go.
I'm done going.
Okay.
No, but I done come enough. You go.
Okay.
You think he can keep going like this? Say, oh yeah, you think so? Do it again. Yeah, see what I'm saying? He listens to me now.
Oh, he does.
Do it. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
All right.
No, go ahead.
All right.
No, go ahead.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, fuck.
So that's the end of this movie.
No, not quite yet.
He runs away.
Not quite yet.
He runs away.
Not
Yes.
quite yet. We've gotten to the boats.
Yeah, and so the boats, he's rigged the boats.
You love these intermissions. Don't act.
What
like-
intermissions?
Don't act.
I didn't
like
hire Dice Clay to show up.
Don't act. Don't. You what you say no.
That one is on
See,
you.
That's on me.
That one is on you.
Now you did hire Dice because you needed the extra break in the moment. Because it's like, oh, we got this lull.
lull?
Well, got the lull with the bulls and the fucking broads with the fucking tits. You know what I'm saying? And then it's all of a sudden like they're like, oh my God. But you need a lull in them. And you need the commercial breaks. Yeah. But
We don't have
this
commercials
is-
for this show.
This is all on
It's time
you.
for one.
This is all
After
on you.
these messages, we'll be right back.
Liam,
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I will.
Go ahead.
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
I swear. I do like this.
You love it, don't you?
This is
So
absurd.
yeah, so we have the boats, and the boats are rigged with explosives. And
Yes, they are.
basically, one's full of
Zeus
prisoners.
is on the boat.
Yep. Yes.
Wrestling
he is.
fans.
Yes. Zeus.
Of SummerSlam 99?
Or Hulk Hogan vehicle, no holds barred.
Which is
From
definitely
Zeus.
definitely a movie we're going to have to do.
Oh, of course it is.
I mean, retarded if it isn't. But
Yeah.
but SummerSlam 98, 99?
Yeah, 98, 99.
The Mega Powers.
I mean 88, 89. Not
That's what I
9.
meant.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right.
No. He meant the other thing. When I was selling out the Garden, the Forum, sorry.
Now it's the Hampton Beach Ballroom and Casino.
The Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom because of the Bulls, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Good.
And so one boat has to blow up the other, and
That's
that's.
so unhappy with me right
I
now.
know. I know.
I just want to get to the end of this movie.
I know.
I love this movie.
It's like SmackDown is
Now,
on right
now
now.
I'm going to be triggered to think of Dice now
I
when I watch
know.
this movie.
Because you know you're gonna
Again, that one is on you, Bill. That one's.
Sorry, he's muted. He's fine.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So
you're gonna fuck that shit.
So, we have the boats. Zeus decides not to have a blow it
Yeah.
up. They're not going to blow it up. And basically, Batman saves the day in time.
But he doesn't. No, he doesn't save the boats.
Oh,
the boats actually save themselves because when
they all decide not to do it in the time limit.
It's a little fucked up because the rich white people are like, let's fucking blow those assholes up.
Yeah.
And then Zeus is like,
no.
I'm going to take this from you.
Yep.
You don't have a choice.
Yes.
And then I'm going to throw it out that fucking window.
Right.
And not blow up those nice, safe white families.
Yes. Yeah, that got away.
So it is a weird moment.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. In 2018, that's a weird-ass moment.
Yeah.
Because they were definitely going to blow up the criminal boat.
They were definitely going to blow up.
They were definitely, and all of a sudden, because they were there, they had the
thing,
they had the key,
yeah.
and the thing.
I was going to do it,
and they were going to ready to turn it, and all of a sudden they look at the clock and they're like, "Oh shit! Like we're like 2 minutes over the time that he said that we were going to, and they didn't." But
nobody did.
Fuck! I guess we can just kind of let go of this,
right? It's all going to be
because, but on the other flip side of that. The criminals actually threw the fucker out the window.
Right.
They were like, "We're not going to blow those nice people up because we already signed our
yeah,
deal.
right.
You know, we made our choice." Excuse me.
So, but while all that's going on, Batman and the Joker are fighting in that office.
They are fighting, and this was one of those moments where Heath Ledger's preparation came into play. I read that him and Christian Bale when very early on, like way before any makeup was ever applied and any of the shit, when they were just kind of hashing it out.
Right.
One of the things Heath Ledger based his character on was Malcolm McDowell in Clockwork Orange.
Okay, yeah.
And watching him in this scene when he's just putting the boots to Batman, I was like, okay, this is where he got it. Because this was the scene where Malcolm McDowell and his crew broke into the house.
Right, and they're singing in the rain. And
they're putting the boots to the people. And I'm like, okay, that's what he got.
Yeah, right.
It was because he based a lot of it on Malcolm McDowell and Clockwork Orange and that whole deal, and I was like, oh there it is.
That's the tangible thing.
That was a visual thing,
right?
It wasn't a cerebral thing, but that was a visual thing for me,
right? And so then after they fight, he's trying to prove a point, saying that, you know, they are going to blow each other up. That's what these two people are going to do. And Batman's like, no, you have to have faith in people. The time limit comes and goes, and neither boat blows them up. So he's going to blow him up. Batman stops him and then basically tosses him off the building.
Right.
And then he grabs him, brings
gives him a
back
grappling
up.
hook.
Yeah, grappling hooks him. And the Joker is captured, and we don't see the Joker for the rest of the film.
Right.
We then have Batman have to go deal with
Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent, who has kidnapped Commissioner Gordon and is going to murder him.
Yep.
And
his kids.
More
importantly, his kids.
More importantly, his kids.
He was actually going to kill his kids, not him.
Yeah, right. He's going to just make him watch.
Yep.
Because he couldn't protect Rachel, so you're not going to be able to protect your kid.
Right.
And you're going to have to deal with this. Scuffle ensues, and Harvey Dent falls and dies. And it's just like, that's a weird thing that happened.
It is. As long as you turn his face, he's okay. And as long as you run, you're now
it's just
the Dark Knight.
Well, it's just weird. It's really, really weird that basically they're like, he's like, I need people to believe in good. So instead of having the city
hero they deserve or need or
so it's like
shit.
It's convoluted and stupid.
I forget exactly what the line is.
Like, it all sounds good, but it's convoluted and stupid because, like, the idea is that Batman's just like, I'm gonna be whatever this city needs me to be, and right now it needs me to be the guy that murdered all of those people, and I killed Harvey Dent, and so now I'm gonna be the bad guy.
I'm a terrible human being,
right? And you're gonna throw
on a motorcycle,
right? And you're gonna throw the blame on me because I can handle it. And that's
but in the next movie, we're all cool.
in the next movie, it's just like, Batman, save us, because Bane is going to blow us up with an
Because
atomic
Tom
bomb.
Hardy is a bad man.
Yeah. And so it's very interesting that it was just like, it's just very interesting the way this movie ends, because then Alfred burns the letter saying that like Rachel was going to marry him.
Yeah,
Was
exactly.
going to marry Dent.
Dent.
And it's just like, this is just weird and convoluted nonsense, and not.
It ended very prematurely, in my opinion, because I mean, because of Heath Ledger.
Yeah, because he wasn't able to. I think he died before filming was finished.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I feel like there's got to be a couple of scenes.
There's got to be a few things that were not finished.
Right. And I think they have to be Joker related.
Right.
So therein lies The Dark Knight. It led up to probably the most disappointing trilogy movie
I wouldn't go sad.
since
There was
The
a
Last
prequels.
Jedi.
There was a prequels.
Yeah, okay,
It
you're
was
right.
the prequels. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But it was a good one. In my opinion, and I don't know about you, in my personal opinion, it's the best comic book movie ever.
Yeah. It's great. I like Marvel more, so
I like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but as far as a number one comic book movie,
yeah, it's tough because it's so good, and I love the Avengers.
Right.
The movie The Avengers.
Right.
Not the one with Sean Connery.
okay,
Because that one's not good.
Right.
That one is very not good. But the one from Marvel.
yes,
That movie
the
was
one that ended with shawarma.
Yeah, the one that ended with shawarma. It was just a perfectly executed movie to me, and maybe it's because it was the hype. You know, like we spent 4 or 5 movies building to that movie,
Right.
And then we got it, and it was everything we needed it to be, and it was well executed and well acted, and it was fun. And so it's tough because I put it between those two.
Right.
I put it between those two. They're very, very different,
It's not a bad thing.
but those are the two that I really like.
So coming up next week,
So what are we going to do next week?
Get Out.
Oh, that's right. We are going to do
We're gonna do Get Out.
I have it on DVD, so if you want to come over,
I just watched it the other day on demand.
Oh, great.
Because
It's on demand
for
now.
those of you with Xfinity, it's on demand. And yeah, it's nominated for like
Everything.
every Oscar ever.
It is the movie. We talked about it on Late Night Liam. We did the Oscar nominations, and we talked about it. And I am a firm believer, and this is my personal belief, is that we should take into account box office and reception.
Okay.
Right? Because while Lady Bird was very, very good, not as many people saw it.
Right.
People went out of their way to see Get Out.
Right.
And Get Out was great.
Right.
And so, to me, in my personal opinion, Get Out is the best movie of the year. Because people...
Wow.
That's
So we've already settled.
that's my opinion.
All right.
That's
so
my
I
opinion.
guess next week we're
gonna go see Get Out.
gonna see Get Out.
We're gonna watch Get Out.
There we go.
There it is.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much for tuning in to
Yes.
That Movie Show.
That movie show.
Featuring Andrew Dice Clay.
Your hair.
Yeah. So you can
I would do
follow us.
more, but I gotta take a piss. Your hair.
So you can follow us all the time at Mike Wendt, at Liam NAI, at Bill Neville NAI. You can follow the main channel here at New Age Pop, at NAI Pop, on Twitter.
Tell your friends.
Tell all of your friends. You can find this show here on Facebook at That Movie Show TV.
There you go.
And you can find us here all the time on Twitch live. Twitch at
Twitch!
New Age Insiders Pop.
Like I've been doing for the last 5 minutes
yes.
because I gotta take a piss.
So we're gonna get out of here so he can pee. All right, go. Take care, everybody.